my words and try to twist shit. I'm a real nigga, you a nigga, that's the difference. Ay, some y'all niggas hating from the distance, not watching what I say, you got a part of my opinion. Chico tweeting while we coming different. We the sharks up in the water, nigga, don't get stranded. Ay, some y'all niggas hating from the distance, not watching what I say, y'all got a part of my opinion. Ay, we ain't come for fun, we came for business.
What up, world? Welcome to Part of My Opinion, Season 2, Episode 21. I'm Chico, your host, a.k.a. Mr. Terrible. Y'all already fucking know. Over here, I'm gonna start over here. Introduce yourself, bro.
King Ting in the building. We back.
Yeah.
You know, once glad to be back with my crew, man. AKA Mr. Sarcastic, the sarcastic one.
Kind of sound like Jadakiss today.
Yeah, man, my
Got
voice,
the rasp,
you know.
Got the rasp.
Been through a lot these few weeks.
It's your boy Harv, you know, just kicking it on this episode today. Got my mans.
Mr. Not to be rude himself, the real Bundy. Happy to be back.
Yeah, I already know. This is what, third time now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all to the fullest too.
So like,
Appreciate having you, bro.
Absolutely, every time.
Word up.
Let's jump right into this shit. So, you know what I'm saying? You just had something going on recently. You know what I'm saying? You was featured on the Wild 'N Out tour in Philly. Was it?
Nah,
Philly?
AC.
Was it AC. All right,
Yeah.
it was AC. So, I mean, tell us about that.
The experience was crazy, bro. How it came about, I had bought tickets, like I said, a couple months back. I had bought tickets. And, I'm like, yo, I was sitting there after all the times we be talking and having a conversation. I be talking to other people when I get to the crib. And it was like, you gotta invest in yourself, like to make things happen. Like if you don't put no money behind what you're doing, you might not see what you looking for in it. You get what I'm saying? So I had spent the money, I bought 2 tickets. And, it was like 50 seconds left when for the window. I bought the tickets, bro, and had bought the backstage passes and the meet and greet. I was hoping I was just able to shake hands with them, rub an elbow with them. I didn't know it was going to turn into what it turned into, which made it crazy. So that right there was ridiculous, bro.
Really?
That shit was crazy.
So, how did you wound up, even though you said you bought backstage passes, excuse my voice, how was you able to be a part of the show, the actual show? Because I think you was in the family reunion.
Yeah,
you
they kept me
introducing.
yeah, that shit was crazy. So,
Right.
My new baby. Happy birthday, Layla. Happy birthday.
Now this is my cousin, and you know he never hating, but y'all give it up for me. Miller, he never made it.
Dreams and nightmares. Who we is.
Well, when we get backstage, we in the VIP room.
Right.
So the whole time we in that VIP room, I'm pacing back and forth. I'm like, oh shit, like today, like in my head, I just knew like, yo, today, I'm gonna be on the show. It was just something, mind you, I'm having dreams about it and everything. I'm telling her like, yo, I'm gonna be on the show. Like I just felt it. So I say about like 6:30, I made like a little IG story video. I'm sitting in the VIP room and I'm like, I'm gonna make them talk to me today. That's what I said in the video. Like today is the day they're gonna be talking to me. So I say, we went to sound check. We got to see like, you know, the mic check and prepare for the show. And we went back in the VIP room. And I say about an hour back into the VIP room. The show started at 8. At like 7:30, lady walked in the VIP room like, I need 2 dudes that's willing to participate in tonight's show.
Damn.
So I'm like, shit, she need 2 dudes. Mind you, though, this the kicker, though. I got my older brother with me.
Okay.
The nigga want to smoke his blunt the whole time we backstage. He wants to smoke this blunt. So when she asked that question, he's nowhere to be found. I just came back from the bathroom when she asked it. So I'm really focused on trying to find my brother. There ain't no signal in the building. I can't get in touch with him, nothing. So I'm like, yo, I hope this man ain't go back outside and miss this damn show, because I'm the one with the tickets. So it's like, yo, you can't get back in. So when she's doing it, it just was something like, yo, just walk over to her. Mind you, 8 people rushed her from the rip. 8 people rushed her and was like, we want to be a part of the show, we want to be a part of the show. And she just was like staring in my direction. So I'm like, yo, what the? All right, he taking too long, whatever. Like, I wanted him to be there though, so he could catch whatever I had to do in the beginning. Like, just catch it from the beginning. So When I walked over to her, I got my hand raised. I walked over to her. I said, I want to be a part of the show. She like, you don't even know what I want y'all to do. I said, I don't care what it is.
Right.
Tonight, I'm gonna be on the show. Mind you, I was already in my bag because at 6:30 I said this. My little sisters, my mom, everybody called me like, yo, today the day. And I'm like, yo, I feel it too. So she was like, you gotta roast. She said, you gotta be able to roast. So I'm like, I'm a comedian. I could do that. Like, what you want me to roast the cast? Like, who you want me to roast? And the lady was like, roast the 8 people standing in front of you. I'm like, what? Do me off. Roast the 8.
So this is why you backstage there.
This is in the VIP room.
Okay,
with
got
all
it.
the
Remember
other
what you
people.
said when you was roasting them?
No, because the shit, this how bad it was, bro. I was nervous as fuck.
Yeah,
when
that's
you
what I'm
back
glad.
there, bro, in the room is regular people. It's like us. It's like all of us having VIP tickets. And y'all rush the lady like, we want to be on stage. Now, I don't know what y'all capable of. So it's like, my heart pacing, I can't find my brother. All these thoughts is in my head. And she was like, you got to be able to roast. She said, roast the 8 people in front of you, they got to be able to roast too. So all of a sudden, she turned her camera around and held it like this. And I'm like, you recording? She was like, yeah. I just went down the line. I just snapped. I don't know what no, the one dude, I snapped on him. I remember I said to him, he had a fucking Toronto Raptors outfit on. But he had the jersey with the shorts, black ankle socks, no logo, and the high top Nike Air Forces. They was white though.
Right.
With the strap, not the strap that was on the back, the old school joint, the regular strap.
Oh, yeah, them joints, they still
I
make
killed
them.
him. I said, sound like, yo. I said, sound like, and he looked like Drake. That's what I started off with. Like, he was a fucking Drake stunt double or some shit like that. Then I'm like, yo, and then your Air Forces balled up. You dressed like a my player. I said, your VC all the way in the basement. You don't got no VC. But I said something like that. And he looked. I'm like, and you dangerous. You got white high top Air Forces on with black socks with no logo. I said, you shouldn't even came prepared like this. When I said that to him, bro, it was like a couple other people. And he was like, he clearly do this. Y'all should let him on the stage tonight.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, what the fuck did I... In my head, I'm like, what the fuck did I just set myself up for? What happened? When the lady was like, let me see your tickets. It was on my phone. She scanned it. She was like, make sure you sit in your seat. You're going to be on the show tonight. So I'm like, oh, shit, that quick? I'm like, what? Mind you, I didn't even know what I was going to do on the show. I didn't know nothing. It wasn't no, like, no heads up. It just like, she said I got to be able to roast. So the whole time I'm sitting at the show, bro, I got to go to the bathroom. I don't get up because I'm like, I don't want to miss what's going to happen.
What's going on, right.
And then she brought us on stage. And when she brought us on stage, bro, it was like, that shit was crazy. As soon as I hit backstage, I meet Charlie Clips when I get backstage.
Okay.
And he like, yo, you was the dude in the VIP room. I'm like, yeah. He said, I seen the video. Keep doing your thing. And shook my hand. I'm like, oh shit, Charlie Clips called me. What the fuck going on? Oh, it's not, he's seen it. So she had the show. I don't know if she was like a tour manager or what she was, but he called it. And then Emmanuel got the referee outfit on. So in my head at this point, I'm thinking, the dude I'm going against, he either gonna be on one team or I'm gonna be on the other team. It was never a thought in my head that we was gonna go at each other.
Right,
I'm thinking I'm about to go at the cast or whatever the case may be. I didn't even know what game it was. And then they brought us out on stage and Emmanuel Hudson was like, these the rules, no shaky jokes. You get 2 shakies.
That's the part I seen.
Right.
Yeah, that's the part I seen.
That was
and
So
that shit was crazy.
So did your nerves intensify once you knew you was going on stage and he had his ref suit on and you was about to do that? Did the nerves intensify?
What? Listen, mind you, like I said, when she told me we was gonna be on the show, the whole time I'm sitting there thinking of what I'm gonna say to DC Young Fly.
Right. Okay.
He
I got
is
you.
the show to me.
Right.
I ain't taking that from nobody else, but like I sat there and watched the whole show. The experience you get from watching at home to watching in person.
In person is
is
two different. Absolutely.
They let him go and be him on the show. Like his improv game is on the beam. If the show is scripted, that's cool.
Right.
They let him just do him.
Do what he want.
Right,
Right.
'cause he
So
do
it's
that
like
shit.
he's the one I want to go at the most.
Right.
So it's like I know he just quick off the top of the stage. So he's like he the one I want to go at the road. So when he got on the stage and before I realized like as they like got me out there and I'm standing next to Emmanuel and the dude, I'm like yo, it's only us two. All right, like the cat's not coming out. I'm thinking that, but I'm hearing like yells from the crowd.
Right.
I only came with my brother, so I don't know who else is in the crowd. When I'm hearing yells, like, maybe this nigga that I'm about to go against, somebody know him. I don't know nobody
They
there.
knew you, nigga.
Yeah, so
They
I
knew
ain't
you.
know that. I didn't know the whole city was there.
The whole
So
fucking hood was posting you, bro.
Bro, so that shit, that was a blessing too. I shout out to everybody that reposted
The
it,
whole
shared
hood
it,
was posting
tagged me. I appreciate, or even tagged them. I appreciate everybody for doing that, bro, for real, because that meant a whole lot to me. So when that happened, my nerves was through the roof. Then you can't see nothing. Them lights different when you sitting behind the light.
Right.
And it's behind your head.
It's
when you
dark
look on
as hell
stage,
out there.
you can only see the first 3 rows.
Right.
Anything past that, dark as hell. It's like you in a tunnel. It's just you in the light. So, and it went how it went, bro. Your first joke, again, because I didn't know how I was going against, I ain't really had nothing to say to him.
Yeah.
But when I seen this, even him, like, bro, I thought I was underdressed, or I didn't really like I liked what I had on, but I felt like if I would have wore too much, you know, people would want to go to shows and be designer down and shit like that. I felt like if I had too much, it would have gave them something to gel off of. Or go at. So me keeping it simple, I'm trying to impress them. I know what my pockets look like. I know they all. I ain't about to just buy $1,000 shirt, pants. It's a comedy show. So everybody else had that thought clearly because y'all seen what the boy had on when he was on stage with me. So everybody, but a lot of people there, like, it was like.
Tell me why in the back, right? This man, as soon as they came up, said, hey, we need one. My man said, to the front. I got my Instagram resume right here.
Get the fuck out of here. Come on, Bundy. You got it, cuz.
No. Don't touch me after that performance. That was terrible and it's contagious. But you did do one thing right. You know how you was over there doing this? One shaking.
Not to be rude, you dressed like a Planet Fitness trainer. Terrible. Outfit ass.
I ain't got nothing. Say something. Come on, man. You can do it.
He can't think because the shirt's too tight. The jeans tight, the shoes automatic lace, the hat don't got no logo.
It could have been anybody, but what's the chances that I get on stage, bro, and the nigga don't have nothing to say?
That was your moment. You seized it.
That was something like
that.
I said, like,
That was
I don't know how
definitely
people
the
feel
moment.
like religiously. You feel me? Like, I don't go to church all the time or nothing like that, but I pray a lot. You feel me?
Absolutely.
And like, if you ask like anybody around me, I always say that, like, if somebody watching me, bro, like, this all the stuff we did as kids and the Dells, like, somebody there watching me, bro. So for the lady to be in the VIP room, across the VIP room, and say it, and there's 8 people in front of her, she don't pick none of them, and
It was
like
meant.
be like looking at me, then I roast the dudes, and then to get on the stage and he don't have nothing to say, it was like it was meant for me.
It was
to do
meant.
that.
It was definitely meant. And you deserve that shit because, me personally, you very humble. You know what I mean? You very humble, and you put the work in. And I think that's something you definitely deserve, man. And more power to you.
I appreciate that.
And I believe more opportunities definitely gonna come for you in the future.
I hope,
for
bro.
sure.
I hope so. I believe
Absolutely.
so. I ain't gonna say I hope so. I believe so.
Yeah,
bro.
absolutely.
They will. Yeah, they will.
Cause that shit was like a dream come true. Bro. I ain't never. First of all, it caught me. It was sold out, and it's home. You know what I'm saying? Like you could be from Sicklerville, Camden, Blackwood, whatever. It's still Jersey at the end of the day. So the fact that I was able to do that home, and it was the last show on their tour date.
Wow.
So I did it at home, sold out crowd, and it was the last show.
It was meant.
It was like, damn.
That was fate. It was definitely fate for sure.
What's the chances of this happening?
Not only when it was like when he did not have nothing to say. Hold up.
You ain't got nothing to say?
You ain't got
Somebody fucking me.
I lost my train. I lost my train of thought. Not where when you shot this shit off and he ain't had nothing to say, a normal person would be like, the round is over.
Yeah.
You said, nah, give me his turn too. Like, and you seized the moment, like it seemed like, and then you just let it all fucking.
Listen, mind you, that right there, bro, I lie you not. I don't know where that energy came from. Cause it's like when he said the joke and he did something with his legs, in my head was like, you can't fuck up now.
Right, right.
You gotta go harder. Like, he said some bullshit. When I said everything else, bro, I love you not. When I got off the stage and walked down to my brother, I'm like, did you get that? He like, yeah. I said, I need to see. I don't know what I said.
Right.
Like, it was like, get on.
Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah.
Because it was just too much.
So like, what kind of happened to you is like how like performers are like how. Sorry to compare this, like, but how Beyonce should be like, oh, Sasha Fierce take over, or some bullshit like that, where it's just like,
Bro,
like that
like
energy
that.
just comes out of you, and like you just can't explain it. It's just like it just happens in a moment. It's just the best thing that happens.
It was definitely an out of body experience, bro. Because like when I watched the video back, and I'm like, I remember Emmanuel saying this though, like when I'm like, yo, give me the mic back, like, and he like, oh shit. You got more? I'm like, yeah.
I got shit for days.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah. So when I said something else, and I hear the crowd go louder than it did from the first joke, I'm like, get the fuck. I'm doing it. All right, say no more. I'm in my element. Like, people hit me up like, yo, you look comfortable. I was nervous as hell, bro. Because I was nervous too, because they had a part in the show where they had a whole bunch of women come on stage and had to use a pickup line.
Oh, yeah,
I know what
you're talking about.
Hitman Holla was the dude they had to use a pickup line.
He normally do it.
So all these women get on stage, they ratchet, extra, like whatever. They get on stage, but the crowd like, boo, like they didn't say nothing to have a pickup line. It was just like they wanted to be on stage.
Right, I got
so
you.
the crowd was going hard on them. So in that moment, it was like three things. Like, yo, if you fuck up, bro. I didn't know who was in there, so if you fuck up, it's already being recorded as a live show.
Right.
If you fuck up, they're never gonna look at you ever again.
Right.
And if you do this, if the world gonna see this, you're now back in the neighborhood or around the way like, damn, you went on stage and fucked it up. How?
Right.
I can't go out and kick it no more.
Right.
Like, nigga, you ain't even that funny.
Right,
You corny.
ain't that funny.
Yeah, you corny as hell for doing that. So
Now, was you completely sober during this whole situation?
yeah, bro. Like no, like I'll let you know. Any show I ever did or like even like skits, I already don't smoke weed. You feel me?
Got you.
At the show, I ain't drinking nothing. It was just like, if I drink before, like even if I'm performing now, like it could be in the hood, I still be nervous or something, bro. So it like it be there. So I feel like drinking, all I need is one bourbon. I might, it might be over. So I'll be trying to remain calm. Just give me a bottle of water and I'll be calm. But since I had to piss, I couldn't drink nothing. I'm dry. I'm sitting there. Whole show, I'm just holding it, but I'm zoned in. As soon as I get DC, I'm gonna fire his ass up the whole time, bro. So that shit was, it was the greatest thing ever, bro. Like, I ain't never got home, bro, showed my kids, my daughter, like, you was really on stage? I'm like, shit, I can't believe I was really on stage. But yeah, like, it was crazy, bro. Everybody got to see it, so I appreciate everybody and all the support, bro.
That's crazy how it happened for you. That's crazy how that happened.
So, I mean, what you see going for yourself forward? Like, what do you see yourself going, like, you know what I mean? You still do what you do. You know what I'm saying? You still a comedian, but you got closer now. So, you know, you've been talking about wilding out, you know what I'm saying, for a while now.
Yeah, like...
Now that you got a little closer to the wilding out cast, now, you know what I mean, they know who you are now. Where do you see yourself going now?
I was just, I was checking my insight, bro. I gotta go harder than what I'm doing. I look at it like this. I could be known as just somebody that roasts, or I could be known as somebody that could do it all. And I ain't like, I'll be watching other people's skits and be seeing like how other people, I was just talking about it outside. I'll be seeing other people's skits. And when I look at my insight, most of my following is men. 63% of my following is men. And while looking at that, it's like, damn, that's cool. But it's like, it's not nothing for the girls, like for females, period.
Right.
So it's like, if you look at everybody that's on Wildin' Out, outside of them doing skits together, they do skits with other people.
Right.
You feel me? And me just being like, you know, oh yeah, he could roast. I don't want to be stuck in that category.
Right.
They already got people on there to roast, so you ain't gonna need another roaster.
Right.
I gotta be able to be quick thinking or the freestyle battle or things like that. I gotta have more added. So from this point forward, bro, I just gotta come harder and do more as far as skits. And it gotta be diverse, like women or our identity as far as Jersey.
I feel like women, like, I feel like they like a lot of, like, sketch comedy.
Mm-hmm.
So like you
Key
think
and
that,
Peele.
yeah, like Key and Peele, like shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, do you think that you could? Do you think that that's something that you would like to jump into?
Yeah, I want to do a lot of that, bro. Just because, like I said, how many women like really watch people roast each other?
It's male dominant.
Like a special.
Yeah.
Like a special.
Like how many girls like, oh, he cracked a joke on him. Okay, like yeah, it's like okay, whatever.
Yeah.
What else though?
Particular
Right,
male.
You feel me? I don't
Right.
have no like. If you look at my content on my page, bro, I don't really have no relationship based scenario sketches with women.
Right.
Like I like
In a way, that could kind of bring you closer to acting. You know.
right. Who was I
Like the
about?
sketch
Who was I
comedy
just
shit.
thinking about? One of his favorite people. What's the dark skinned boy from? Is he from Atlanta?
Who
What's
does
his
it?
name? Yeah, Desi Banks.
I watch him. That's
Right.
That's how,
Like
and that's what I
him,
say about the culture.
Right.
If you look up on his page, bro, he got old school cars that they be pulling up in.
Right.
And he be doing a lot of stuff that resonates with Atlanta.
And the nigga be talking to himself a lot of times.
Yeah,
He be
that
motherfucker in
parlay
the street
shit.
by itself, like yo, yo.
Shit
There don't
like
be
that.
nobody out there though.
Yeah, word up. The Jones he be doing with the Chargers, and that's
Right.
an Atlanta thing right now. Everybody out there got a Durango or a Charger or a Hellcat, something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's their thing. What's our thing is what I'm trying to figure out and discover.
Right.
I think
like
I
how,
definitely
like how
think
we would
To
do
make
skits
to make
in
skits
this
and y'all
area.
and everybody feel related to it. Like it don't even have to be like skit funny. It's something that like we actually did from either childhood to adulthood that resonates with that could resonate with everybody, not just our area, but it resonates with us well, but with everybody to make people share it more.
Right.
I would say like for real, just start with yourself.
Yeah.
Like start with how
Like,
shit
yo,
used to
you
be when
remember
you
how
was
we
younger.
used to-
Yeah, you remember how we used to get our ass whooped for this or get our ass
Shit like
whooped
that.
for
Those be my
Like,
thoughts.
you know what I'm saying? Like turn
That's-
them
that's
shits into the
that's sketch
sketches. You
comedy
feel
right
me?
there.
Turn them
Those be
shits into
my
It's
sketches.
like, bro,
bro.
like I have so many of those in my head, bro. Like, it's
Yeah, I
like,
could probably
it's
pull a couple
laws.
sketches out my ass from when I got in trouble for shit and probably go viral.
And my cousins called me too. He called me. One of my cousins from North Carolina called me like, "Yo, bro, you gotta start telling your life. Nobody really know your life, but every time they come up from down south, I be telling them like the shit with me and my homies or relationships on, and they be cracking up, dying laughing. They be like, "Yo, you funny as hell for that." But it's like stuff like that. When I got into comedy, bro, I was caught up into the skit thing. Or the roasting thing, because that's what,
Right.
you know, DC with the
Look,
dude,
bro,
is his name Dontario? I forgot his name. He be like, barbecue your ass, that dude.
I forgot his name. I know
don't know
you
his
talking
name.
about
It's
the
not
barbecue.
Dontario, something like
I
that.
know you're
I know you're talking about.
Or the
Yeah.
dudes that be on the all deaf joint. I was caught up into stuff like that. It's why most of my page is roasting. When I did like regular skits that I felt resonated with people, it didn't hit the same. So it was like people wanted me to just roast.
Right.
And
I definitely think more opportunities is going to open up more doors of opportunity is going to open up for you. You know what I mean? For sure. Because you like you said, you had dreams about it and it went in your favor and that was nothing but fate. And you just got to keep that energy up, man. And more opportunities is going to open up for you.
Keep
Definitely.
manifesting that. Right?
Word up.
Absolutely.
Bro. And it's crazy. Last time I was on here,
We
when
was
you
just on
said
here with
something,
the other dude.
I said that like they didn't really want us on the
Yeah.
show.
Right.
And you on there.
But to get on there, that's what I'm saying. Like stuff like that is
fast.
crazy.
That
Yeah.
fast.
That was what, a month or 2
Couple
months
months
ago?
ago.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Wasn't
And
that
it
long
happened
ago,
like that.
right?
Mind you, the whole time I was sitting here when we was having that conversation, I had already purchased those tickets.
Damn.
Wow.
I
you
just
was
had,
ready.
I just kept it because I didn't know what it was going to happen. Like I didn't know how like a meet and greet. Like my first show ever going to like it wasn't a comedy show. It was a rap joint. I think Mika had just came home or something like a couple years back, and I was telling like DJ like, yo, bro, this gonna be us one day. We gonna be on stage. He like, yeah, for sure. And I'm like, damn, this was like 8 years ago. I'm saying this. So then when we had the conversation with Chachia and I had already had the tickets for me to actually go through with it, and it happened. Was like, damn, bro, you called this, you said this. So like you said, manifesting, I gotta keep doing that.
Right.
Now, question. You being in front of, because that was sold out. It was sold out in the EC. It was at least, 18 15 to 18,000 people.
Yeah.
I don't know how much. I
don't
know how
either,
many, but it was definitely so. Yeah,
What
it was
stadium was
packed.
y'all at?
The Boardwalk Hall.
Yeah, they hold a lot of people. They hold a lot of people.
The Boardwalk Hall.
So
it was a lot
just
of
by
people.
you making all them people laugh like that,
Right.
how did that make you feel? Honestly, or it didn't make how did it make you feel?
The next day, rewatching it, it made me feel great. Like when you in the moment, I heard like the laughs in the beginning.
Right.
I'm like, this don't sound like the whole stadium.
Right.
Right.
And
Right,
then
I
you
got you.
heard.
And then when I did it, when I went again, it was like, oh, this shit.
Yeah,
Every time I go, it sounded like it was getting
yeah, it
louder
started
and
getting
louder.
louder and louder, right?
So, in that aspect, it just was like, damn. It just let me know, like, damn, yo, you could do this in front of thousands of people. Damn, like, you know what I mean? I think my
definitely
biggest
was a lot
show
of people.
ever, bro.
Shit,
I don't even think 100 people was at my my biggest show ever. So to do it in front of
All them people
rather
like
it was
that.
14, 10, 20, whatever.
Yeah, however many. I don't know how
to
many it
do
hold,
it,
but
yeah,
it hold a
I don't
lot.
either.
It hold a lot.
But for it to do that,
Yeah.
it's like, damn. The price went up, all right?
Right.
Price is up.
It's up.
I can't even, I don't want to do a show with 100 people. I take it.
Right.
But now that I know that, that's just confidence. That's just confidence.
That's-
that
Because
was the
even though I
peak
did it
right
right then and there, I got to go bigger. Like you said, it was the peak. But even though I did it right then and there, it's like, can I do that again? Is what I want to know. I want to know if I could do it again. Because if I could do it again in front of, say, 2,000 people, it's like, damn. You can't even, you shouldn't even want to go to small venues. Small venues is cool to work on the stuff you're going to say in the big rooms. But
Right.
if I could do that, bro, I wasn't prepped because I didn't know who I was going to.
Absolutely.
On the
You
fly.
freestyle. You
Yeah,
basically
Full background
freestyle.
with y'all
That's
too.
what
No.
improv is.
So he
though.
came from somewhere else.
From what he said when I watched it, apparently he was one of the dudes when I went to roasting. None of them dudes ever roasted back. Like, God honest truth, none of them ever roasted back once I started going in. I believe he was one of the dudes that was like, just let him go on stage. He got it. Because he didn't say nothing. So
Right.
it makes sense because like when he got on there, that shit he said,
So they fed him to you right after you already roasted him.
that's all they did.
Right.
Mind you, again, I think he was one of the dudes in the room that wanted that, bro. So it was crazy.
Might let it bear in.
So
Some motherfucking
it
grizzly bear
was great, bro.
around here in the studio somewhere.
But yeah, man, I like the fact.
I want to say to y'all though, I appreciate y'all, bro, too. Cause every time y'all reach out, bro, I'll be paying attention to what y'all doing. First of all, y'all took this shit far for real. From the first time I was here to now, like to see y'all with Easy the Block Captain, the ladies y'all had on, that was a good joint too. The ladies y'all had on to Geechee Gotti, to everybody that y'all actually had came on here, bro. That's big.
Facts.
I don't know if everybody
it.
congratulate y'all or say it, bro, but that's big, bro.
Appreciate
For me
it.
to be able to contact y'all and just be like, and y'all ask me, like, yo, bro, what's up with today? Or that shit's love, bro, because we all in the same area, whether we in the same lane or not,
Right.
we all beneficial to each other.
Absolutely.
And a lot of people don't be looking at it like that. It's like, oh, whatever. But it's like, nah, bro, we all beneficial. I be telling people about y'all show, bro, and people be asking me like, yo, they be having these people on here or these type of people. I'm like, I ask them, like, you know, like I ask them, but I tell them too, like, they show love though.
Right.
You know what I mean? They all real people, you get what I'm saying? Like, for you to say I was humble earlier, a lot of people say that, and I had somebody tell me last time when I was on here with Chichi, they like, yo, you just like a little too humble.
Right.
But I'm like, I don't know how to not be.
How to not be? Yeah, you only
Gotta
be
be
yourself.
yourself, right?
Yeah, I don't know how to
Absolutely.
not be.
And it's going to work
unhumble.
out. It's going to work
You know
out.
what I mean?
It's going to work
So-
out for you.
Yourself.
So with that
Definitely.
being said, bro, just everything y'all ever like, all the love y'all ever show me, bro, y'all need y'all flowers, bro, so I appreciate it. You feel me? I'm
definitely
thankful
appreciate
every
that.
time y'all
Man,
come
we
through,
appreciate it. And we appreciate you coming
This shit,
on
you know
here
what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
We definitely got more to come. You know what I'm saying? We're going to take this shit higher than ever.
Word
And
up.
we want you to keep coming the fuck back here.
Cause you know I'm gonna come every time.
Like I said, you basically, it's your third time. You basically an honorary member.
And I
A part of
appreciate
my
that.
opinion at this fucking point. You know what I mean?
Word up. I
Absolutely.
appreciate that to the
Like, you know what I
fullest,
mean?
bro.
Like, we gonna keep this shit going, you feel me?
We should, bro, for real.
Sometimes I just keep my YouTube playing And before that day, before I woke up and seen that video viral, the last song I heard when I woke up was "I Promise Bundy we gonna make it out."
Yo, you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy, bro? The fact that, like, so being on that stage, bro, I just thought about it like this. Like, I got homies that wasn't able to come to the show, but they seen it. Like, DJ, for him to make those songs back in the day, like, we gonna make it out and say that in his lyrics and stuff, he was the first one to call me. He called me while I'm on stage. Phone ringing, going over my pocket. Mind you, again, I don't know who there. I talked to him the next day. He like, yeah, bro, somebody posted you was on stage. Yeah. I blew your phone up. And I'm like, damn. That's support, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was asleep while that shit.
Shout out to DJ, man.
Yeah, shout out to DJ for sure, man. That's my guy.
DJ supportive ass motherfucker. He one supportive ass nigga, man.
Bro, word up. That's my brother, bro. Ever since youngins, bro. So it's like the fact that it's people around me like that, that's still to this day, that rather I'm on the show, rather I'm doing something, they always push me to be positive and remain who I am. So, and then I can't help but to keep my jokes up with them.
Absolutely.
There's always something to gel off when I'm around them.
Niggas
So,
give you material every day.
Like, those my guys,
that's your practice right there.
So you say you like versatility as a comic. Did you see the documentary Right to Offend?
I seen the beginning of it.
How you feel about it?
There's a lot of people on there I didn't never know. I can't remember all their names at the moment. It was a couple of women, like the first lesbian.
Moms Mabley.
Yeah. She'd come on stage and be an old lady.
I think I know.
And she wasn't even know.
But at night, she was dressed as a male.
Yeah, I know you talking
and
about.
I'm like, and that's what, the 60s, 70s? And nobody ever shined light on it. You get what I'm saying? But she actually had talent. Like, she, from the Right to Offend show, she actually started like the switching characters thing. Or jumping out of character, jumping in character. So that was I take my hat off to her. And then watching Dick Gregory, I didn't know me being younger, a part of the younger generation, when you hear like people talk about being activists and stuff like that, I didn't know what his hold was on it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Think that shit's all serious.
Yeah, I'm thinking, that's something like, in my head at first, it was like, he's just a political comedian.
Right.
He's great, but it's political. You get what I'm saying? So to watch Right to Offend and see that, like, all his comedy, he was already a comedian, but what got him to be an activist, I think he had a school he went to. He ran I think, I want to say the 100-meter dash, and they went and put his record up. He broke the record in his school, and they went and put the record up.
I gotta watch that. I gotta tune into that.
They went and put his record up, and him and some of the other black students at the school was protesting it. At this time, there's other protests going on for blacks and whites.
Right.
And he happened to be walking down the street, side by side with him, and he said the whole time he was nervous, scared.
Right.
And I think they locked him up that day. Because he was actually fighting for the cause, and that's what made him get into...
Right to Offend is what it's called?
Yeah, it's on A&E.
I gotta tune in.
It's the history of comedy and how it relates to what's going on, like political and civil, like...
Going back to what you said, it's funny. I think I might have been talking on the phone with you when we were saying how people go out of characters and like play other characters rather. Because I just watched the Martin reunion.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Martin was a genius.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
he was a genius.
And I tell you that, I was just telling him the same thing.
But I don't know if it was a conversation with you, bro. I might be mistaken when we were saying how Richard Pryor did that back in the day.
Did the same thing.
How he would switch characters up and down. How all the comedians kind of follow suit with that. You know what I mean? Like, you got your Martins, you got your Jamie Foxxes, you got your Eddie Murphys. You know, all of them kind of piggybacked off of. You know what I mean? So for what was the Miles Maybell? For that to be going on in the 60s and 70s.
And they was having a ball.
Yeah.
Comedy was totally different then. You literally could say what you wanted to say. And
Even
nobody
with,
wasn't no cease desist letters or what you saying. It wasn't nobody. Oh my God, they say this. If she got on stage back in the day and said something about being gay,
it was
they
cool.
wouldn't have heard of it.
Yeah, now you can't.
In real life, she was actually living that lifestyle. You get what I'm saying? I think Richard Pryor was one where he spoke out about gays. and they was tearing him down. But if you watch that show, he tell you like he was so high he did something gay.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But he's telling his truth of what he went through. So, but now it's just like everything you say is just like can't say that.
You can't say that. You gotta tiptoe. You gotta tiptoe.
Which is crazy because that is very true. But it's crazy
it's
because
definitely harder for
we got a
comedians
freedom.
It shouldn't be.
To speak.
It shouldn't, but it's harder because comedians today can't say what comedians say.
But if
back
everybody
in the day.
didn't, but imagine if everybody didn't care at the same time. Imagine if every comedian
But
didn't care.
that ain't what's going
That ain't
on.
what's
though.
going on.
I'm just saying.
Like it's scary for me.
Cancel culture shouldn't be able to stop nothing.
But eventually, like Dave Chappelle, other people gonna follow suit and say, "Fuck it, I'm gonna say what I want to say, and I'm not apologizing."
And that's why I love Dave Chappelle to this day, though. He'll get on stage. I don't think it affected him yet. As far as like, the dude try to attack him or certain streaming service was trying to. But Netflix stood behind him.
Yeah.
Right.
He's the biggest gross comedian they got.
Ain't nobody feel.
I think it's how
attacked.
he deliver it though. His delivery is different opposed to.
He don't really go in and attack it.
Yeah, exactly.
So you gotta be that great.
It's like he leads on real nicely. Like, listen, I'm about to fuck your head up.
Right.
But,
Right.
Like,
I didn't say something about the people y'all don't want me to say something about, but this is how I feel like.
But that always was his style of comedy.
And that's why I love it though. But now
I
for
think
me,
it was more raw back then. Just saying what you want to say.
But it was
his delivery was still the
he
same.
was equally fair to everybody though. He was equally. He never left anybody hanging on the scales where it was like, oh, you beat us up more than you beat this up.
Bro, like,
which makes it hard for comedians though. Like I'm black.
It's like black people. Did black people even care when Dave Chappelle did that skit when he was like the blind black Klans member?
That was the first episode.
That was the first one.
Was like, did people
when
even
he
care,
had
or
the
did we
when he had the
start
nigger
finding
family?
The white,
the nigger family?
Yeah, like, but see, with that being sketch comedies, I'm pretty sure. I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure it was somebody that had an issue with that.
A lot of people had an issue with it.
I can't remember that far back.
He had an issue with it. Ultimately, that's why he
ultimately had. Yeah, he didn't like it.
He said, "I feel like you laughing at me, not with me at this
not
point."
with me.
And that's what I'm trying to say now. Like me being on stage, bro, and or just doing a skit period, to be cautious of what I gotta say. Kind of like it don't stunt comedy, but it stunts the rights we have.
Right.
You feel me? I should be able to say what I want.
Right.
I could talk about being black all day.
Bear getting closer.
I could talk about being black all day.
Somebody
and
put bear traps.
Yeah. Your dead body. He's out here. Listen, he didn't get no rest yesterday. That's the sleep of a nigga that had to watch his kids. He been watching his kids since the summer started. That nigga said, I can't wait to get to the show. He said, you want to say that for me? Go ahead. That nigga came in his sleep slippers and everything. That nigga bought a breast tee that was breastfeed to sleep.
I ain't holding up. Nigga said I ain't holding no clipboard or nothing.
He wore his sleep slippers and everything.
That nigga came in his sleep outfit.
now he's awake.
Nigga pulled up there and they're asleep at the wheel. He was like, open the door, please. He said, wait. He found a nice spot. Mine is the chair comfortable as hell. I ain't gonna hold you. I done fell asleep too.
Damn, bro.
I needed that. I needed that laugh. I needed that. I needed that. I really did, man.
That nigga caught all his Z's. He caught every last Z he had, yo. Nigga said, I appreciate you coming, but I'm about to take a nap real quick. Part of my sleep.
He need to pardon the fuck out of that.
Today's episode is brought to you by part of my sleep. Relaxing. Like, he was out of there. That nigga had night clothes. He didn't do nothing.
There it is right there.
He said part of my sleep.
Part of my sleep. That's what it's going to be titled today.
Got it.
PMS, party
my
PMS.
sleep.
That's that improv right
Oh,
there.
man.
You really just did it right
And
there.
that's why you deserve to
that's
be
why
up
you
on that
deserve it.
stage, bro.
Yo, my glass is wet.
Mine ain't, but then my eyes is though.
That is hilarious, bro.
Y'all crazy.
As soon as he said that, he stopped snoring. We killed him.
Yeah, this nigga woke up. Nigga.
Nigga was over there. What's that sleep apnea shit?
The breathing
You gotta get that
machine.
nigga, what's the thing, the sleep numbers, John? When you sleep to contort your body so you don't snore that.
When your partner starts snoring too much, just adjust their settings.
That nigga got a sleep number bed. He was out of there,
Nigga
guys.
sleep like his like he got the Jones over his eyes.
Yeah, the blinders.
Nigga sleep like he ain't got a care in the world.
He went to sleep like he had a layover flight or something. He went right to sleep. Got a 6-hour layover. Just take this nap right here on this bench. You'll be in Jersey in no time.
Oh, man.
Oh shit, yo.
He talking in his sleep.
Nigga over there sleep talking.
Yo.
Yeah, I needed that.
You done talk this nigga out of sleep.
Word up.
Oh man, so definitely, man. We definitely gotta do this again.
Word
man,
up,
this shit
yo.
crazy.
I really appreciate y'all to the fullest, man.
Man, we appreciate you, bro.
Too bad you ain't sit in today,
Word
man.
up. He missed that one.
He missed this one.
That nigga came out with the, I gotta get the trash cans from the curb sleep. He just woke up. Hey, get the trash cans. Oh, shit. I got you. Nigga ain't getting no sleep. He been out
Came
for
here to
days,
go to bed.
yo. That nigga went right to sleep, though.
Nah,
Oh,
yo,
man.
I'm glad
for
he was
sure.
able to catch them, John.
This might have missed a couple of balls. Yo, man. This wrap up episode what was
21.
it? 21, season
21.
2. This was fun, man. I needed that laugh. Thank you for coming, bro.
No problem. I
I
appreciate
wish you
it,
nothing
guys.
but
It was
the
a
best.
pleasure to have you,
already
man.
know.